How do you tame your parrotlet? Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond. Be sure to get your copy on Amazon so that you know everything you need to know to make a blissful bond with your parrotlet or parrot. If you're new, I have over 20 species of parrots. I love parrots. Parrots are my bliss, so you're in the right place if you want to today talk about how parrotlets can be a little difficult to tame. And if you're used to hanging out, you know that these are one of my favorite species. Let's get started. All right, so there's a pink line at the bottom, and that's because it's the carrier. I'm going to show the carrier to you. And the carrier to me is key in taming a parrotlet. So if you have a parrotlet and they're giving you a hard time, and these guys, look at this beautiful blue. Oh my God, I could eat these babies. Let's see, these are just babies. They aren't weaned yet. And they're holding on to each other. Like, let go of your brother. There we go. If you're having a hard time with your baby, these guys are like 4 or 5 weeks old. Then if yours is a couple months and you're having problems because they're flying away from you, they're being parrotlets, they're not necessarily bonding with you, and you want to know what to do, then you're in the right place. Now, I'm going to give you a couple different things to try. Number one, have a carrier, hence the carrier. I would have a carrier, I would have a small little cage. One advantage is that parrotlets are so little, it's really easy to give them a fair amount of space, not in their home cage, but in a carrier. And keep the carrier with you as very much as you can. I understand if you have to go to work and you can't take them with you, that's going to be a little hard, but when you get home, try to have them in the carrier with you just as much as you possibly can so that your parrotlet is always seeing you. The more that they see you and that they're having to be with you, the better your chances are that they're going to be able to bond with you. Come here, little tyke. There you go. Look at this sweet little thing. This is a little boy. You could see the blue on his wings. It's so easy for me to see, but I see that there. And actually it looks kind of purple. So that means that he's a boy, because parrotlets are sexually dimorphic, which means you could see the difference in their feathers. So technique number one, have your baby with you as much as possible. It doesn't mean you have to be holding them. You can have them on a perch next to you. You can have them in the carrier with you. Technique number two, when you let them out, remove the food from their carrier or their cage and put the food next to you so they have to come next to you. Especially if you're going to offer them something like their parakeet seed mix, make sure that that's like, if they're totally scared of you, a little further away from you, and as they get more comfortable, you bring it closer to you, but bring it closer and closer to you until it's even like on your lap or something like that, so that they get comfortable being in your presence and they start to associate you with that parakeet seed mix. If I were you, I would remove these seeds and just have pellets in their cage so that they just got that tasty seed mix when they were around me to try to sweeten things for myself. Technique number three, get a harness. They do make a harness small enough for a parrotlet. I know, I've gotten them. I've used them. I got mine on Amazon.com. It was like an extra small harness or something. I can't say that they still do or do not have it, but you can look for that. And you know, and the point is they do exist. Try to just find a small harness so that you can put even your flighted parakeet or parrotlet so that you can keep them with you. So there's 3 techniques. Now, the whole key or foundation or whatever you want to call it to taming a parrotlet who is very independent They do have like their own agenda, their own ideas. They're going to do what they're going to do. So the key is to spend as very much time with them as you can. I don't think there's been a parrotlet that I haven't tamed, that I wanted to tame. But I will say that their personalities vary just like people's. And just like people, there are some that are really friendly and really just really want to be with you. And there are some that they're like a bird's bird and they don't want to relate with humans. You may have a bird's bird, and that's going to make it not impossible, but it's just, you know, that's just not their nature. That's just not who they are. And that just makes it harder. In general, I think that those do exist, but they aren't common. It's not the average parrotlet like this cute little guy. So chances are, if you put that time in and you try some of those techniques to really try to not necessarily go out of your way and spend 10 hours a day with your parrotlet, but rather just give yourself the time to spend with your parrotlet, it should really help you to get them tame. So there's their carrier, and I'll show you. I put them inside. You see all the air holes here, which is so cool. And then, there we go. The lid flips over. And, wow, you can't see them. There they are. Cute. And that way, I know where they are. Of course, this is a little different because these guys are babies. Babies. They haven't learned to fly. I'm still hand feeding them. I just fed them. So it's a little different, but you know, if you see a parrotlet or you're thinking about getting a parrotlet, get it as quickly as you can, because the sooner you start to bond, the better. I don't know, you know, unless the parrotlet can really easily be hand fed, I'm not sure I would take over hand feeding. They're so tiny, you certainly wouldn't want to aspirate them. But the minute they're weaned and the minute you could take them and start to spend time with them and take them around with you, it makes a really big difference. Hang in there. It does make a difference. You just really, the magic ingredient is time, so you got to put that time in. Thanks for joining me in this feathered video. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to comment below. If you want some of Tink's must-have parrot relief, make sure to go to parrotbliss.com, and I will catch you in the next feathered video.